Okay everybody, welcome po sa second episode ng McAyos. Now, if you don't know what McAyos is at this point and hindi nyo po napanood yung first episode natin, I highly encourage na panoorin nyo yung first episode ng McAyos. Because kung napunta kayo dito dahil nga nakita nyo yung description na mamimigay tayo ng Yamaha Aerox na 2021, you need to watch episode 1 kasi meron tayong mga hints doon on how you can win that magnificent bike. Of course, meron din dyan dito sa episode 2. Plus, ang dami kong naisip din sa episode 1 na yan. Grabe, yung meow. And kung hindi nyo alam yung meow, panoorin nyo episode 1. Now, before we proceed to episode 2 of McAyos, I just wanted to explain to you why did we use the name McAyos. Na-inspire ako sa isang 80s show called MacGyver. Okay, ngayon hindi ko talaga naabutan si MacGyver. I was born in the 90s. So si MacGyver kasi, nakwento sa akin yan ng kuya ko. Alright, sabi niya, oy, hindi mo kilala si MacGyver. Bata ka pa kasi. Nakakalam. Kung hindi mo alam si MacGyver, hanapin niyo sa YouTube. Galing niya, di ba? He can get out of a situation. He fixes a problem more than an appliance. I mean, granted na matinding super handyman yung tao, but he's more of an innovator. He creates new things out of what's around him to get out of situation, di ba? So, siya si MacGyver. Part of what we're showing here is, syempre, exercise natin yung mga utak natin, you know. How can we fix things sa motor natin using yung mga bagay-bagay natin sa bahay, sa garahe, and all of that. And of course, all of this is made possible by Pioneer Adhesives. Sila po ang ating presenter dito sa show na to. Sa kanila po manggagaling yung motor na ipamimigay natin. So thank you so much, Pioneer Adhesives, the best glue in the world. Okay, dito po tayo sa episode 2. We are now gonna proceed into prepping and painting yung ating glue na tapalodo. I want to show you kung ano yung konti kong kaalaman sa pagpintura. Now, just a bit of background about painting. That's what I'm passionate about. I like painting things. Yung mga tangke ng mga motor ko, ako lahat tumira noon. Back in college, we used to paint cars. At college, I had a lot of fun. Yung course ko noon, industrial design. And we would do things, you know, gagawa kayo mga model kit na mga kung ano-ano. Kasama doon is sculpting, shaping, and painting. Ngayon, first things first that I want to share with you is you have to choose the right time kung kailan ka magpipintura. Hindi basta banat ka ng banat. Hindi pagkagising mo na, okay, game na. Banat na ako, paint. Hindi ganun yun. Like today. Today, take a look. It's nice and wet. Today is not a good day to paint. Forget it. So, ang una niyong titignan is the humidity level po ng araw na yon. So, madali lang yun. You don't need an extra tool nowadays. Just whip out your phone, go to Google, and just check humidity level today, right? So, today I checked, it is 95% humidity. It's very humid today. So, forget it. Hindi ako makakapintura today, obviously. Bakit hindi ka pwede magpintura kung 95%? Ang ideal kasi is below 50%. You're looking at 40%, 50% humidity level for the day. That's the best day for you to paint. Kasi pag masyadong mataas ang humidity level ninyo, pag pintura, there's so much humidity in the air, so much water. Pag buga nyo ng pintura, aangkas yung moisture na yon sa paint. And especially for clear coats, pag clear coat nyo na yung project nyo, tapos gano'ng kataas yung humidity level, it's gonna make your clear coat milky. Wala na yun, sira nyo kahit anong buff mo na yun, nasa loob na yung milkiness nun, hindi nyo na matatanggal yun. So, wag na, mag-relax na lang kayo, don't work that day.
Alright, what can we get for you today?
I'm gonna go for a venti iced latte, please, and a grilled cheese sandwich.
Grilled cheese sandwich.
Thank you. Have a great day too. So, just a thought on the type of paint that I want to talk to you about. Kasi mamaya na yan. Let's just go to Walmart. Flyance epoxy. Yeah, this is what I want to use. Pero puti eh. Gusto ko black para rock tayo. And I'll explain to you bakit type ko ang ganitong klaseng paint over the others in a can. Ah, what a beautiful day it is today. blue skies, the sun is out, the birds are out as well. Humidity is at 55%. Saktong-sakto po mga kaibigan, and it is only 9:14 in the morning. So meron tayong prep time. You know, it gets hotter papuntan lunch. Yung humidity natin is gonna go closer to the ideal spot, which is actually about 50. Pero 55% okay na siya. Today's the day. Let's do it. Pero una sa lahat, tayo ay magsusuit up. Okay, so syempre, when painting, dapat tama yung suot natin. This is my paint outfit. Pakita natin sa inyo. Ito po ang aking pants. As you can see, I have been busy of late. Marami tayong ginagawang project the past few weeks. So important sa akin long sleeves, so you know, yung mga little particles ng paint di dumikit sa skin mo. I also have my chinelas na pang pintura. I also have a cap para yung particles natin hindi mapunta sa ating buhok. And I have a mask. So, peace na. So, I have my mask over there, and of course, gloves. Okay din ang gloves. So, I can't emphasize enough the importance of a mask. Sa tagal ko nang nagpipintura, medyo pagbata ka kasi college level, parang kaya mo lahat, diba? Kaya mo, wala nang mask, wala. And then it'll just catch up on you and you're gonna feel like parang di na maganda yung pakaramdam ko kasi sa dami ng fumes na inhale mo. So, you know, get a respirator. Wala akong respirator. Sa Pinas, meron akong dual respirator. And pag hindi tumigil yung asa na yan, he'll get used to it. So anyway, dito wala akong respirator, but I want to start painting right now kasi maganda yung weather. So this will do as well. Importante rin ang gloves because hassle to get paint on your fingers. We're gonna be using a can today and it usually gets on my forefinger. Pag ganun mo, hassle, diba? So I want to wear gloves. So the paint that I chose to use ay this epoxy paint in a can. This is by Rust-Oleum. Nakalagay appliance epoxy. Now, I had very good experience with this. In fact, kaya ako ganito kadungis ngayon is because I've been busy painting stuff around the house. At you know what? I'll show you. So, itong buong deck patio na ito took me about 10 days to paint this. Hindi to spray. Ito yung tinatawag natin na stain. Nag-hand brush ako dito because I had to get into the cracks para ma-waterproof natin siya. Hi, anak! Fist bump. Good job. So, ito naman, ito yung gagamitin natin paint dun sa fender. Yung appliance na epoxy. Very hard, pang outdoor. Yeah, this whole thing, aluminum. Kumapit siya dito, so walang problema. So, ito yung quality niya. Rocket. Oh, careful. Ayan, lumusot ka na tuloy. Okay, let me carry you. So, I love this paint. Strike anywhere siya. So, the reason why type na type ko to is because it can bond to plastic. Maganda yung kapit factor niya. Matigas, unlike lacquer and acrylic na lumalambot through time. This is pretty hard. Pwede siya pang outdoors. It's very, very easy to use. Plus, I'm trying to show you kung paano magpintura the quickest and most cost-efficient way possible, diba? So, dito, pag hindi ako happy sa finish pa niya, pwede ko siyang lihain yung pintura na to without worrying about primer or putty, diba? Talagang shortcut tayo, diba? Yan ang papakita ko sa inyo. So, para ko siyang ginagawang parang finishing putty at the same time pintura din siya. Actually, the pinaka-best na dapat talaga gamitin na paint na type ko would be urethane paint. Pang automotive, mga Anzal, PPG, and all of that stuff. Medyo hassle. You need a compressor, you need a spray gun, imimix mo pa siya, you need a nice space. There's a lot of prep for that, and for me to work on just a fender to go through all that, parang it's not worth it for me. Okay, for sandpaper, ang gagamitin ko dalawang klase lang, 600 and I also have 1000. So 1000 is going to be for the finishing before I do the final coat, and ito naman ay ang pangliliha ko doon sa fender mismo and the putty, which I did. Ang ginamit ko dito to bond everything is the epoxy clear, which is this. This is putty, like what I showed from the last time. Nilagyan natin siya ng putty to fill in the cracks. Sa ilalim, I also put some putty over there on the side. I put the bracing, as you can see over here. I'm not too worried about that kasi katago naman siya. Ito naman makikita, diba, sa labas. Pero syempre, for kapit factor, lahat ng pwedeng maabot ng aking kamay, ng liha, sa loob and outside, titirahin natin. We're gonna rough it up with 600. So we're gonna wet sand this. And we're gonna sand away. Rule of thumb, one direction. Since this is very curved, hindi ako gumamit ng sanding block. Hindi, kamay lang tayo ngayon. Para yung kamay, I can adjust the sand to the curve. Sanding blocks kasi syempre yung arc na pataas na matitira na. Wipe it down. So, I wouldn't go too crazy in trying to smoothen out itong putty na to in this state. Kasi, pag tinatry mo to habulin, and hindi mo rin naman makikita yung pagka-smoothness niya in relation dito sa rest of the fender, nag-waste ka lang ng time. So, sa akin lang, pag basic liha ka na muna dito sa mga putty parts, pag decent naman at feel mo naman na medyo smooth na siya, dun mo siya bugahan. Kasi pag nabugahan mo na siya ng isang pintura, dun mo na makikita, may kulang pa dito, kailangan pa iliha dito, kailangan pa iliha dito. Kasi, andun na yung pintura eh, diba? That's the one thing I like about the epoxy. So, at this point, babanlawan po natin to para ma-clear natin yung debris, and after that we're gonna dry it out. Okay, so it's nice and dry. As you can see, we are in the outdoors right now. Bubugahan po natin siya. And because this is pretty much the only paint that I'm gonna use, meaning wala po tayong top coat na gagamitin, I'm not too concerned about dust, plus it's black. So, sa ating buga, make sure ganito yun na yung ating fender. So ngayon, kailangan nyo i-plan sa project ninyo kung ano yung bubugahan nyo muna. So, this is a bit of common sense. Siyempre, we want to finish this as fast as possible. This tells me, because of its shape, na uunahin ko yung ilalim para madapa ko siyang ganyan. When that's nice and black, I can just turn it over safely. Kasi ang tatama lang sa isang pintura would be this part, and I can retouch that later on in this part. Other people would like to use a hook, but in this case, wala naman akong hook and wire para ihangin ko siyang ganyan para lahat mabugahan na, diba? So gagawin ko one side at a time. So we're gonna start it on this side first. And of course, we gotta shake it. And I know mga ilan sa inyo, medyo bastos ang pag-iisip. Hindi po tayo ganyan. Tayo po sa makina, mga scientist po tayo dito. We are doing this to shake the can, and we're not trying to be bastos, okay? Now, I'm gonna talk to you about the distance. Ano ba ang distansya natin pag spray between can and the project? Now, this depends on the brand. Diba, may mga ibang pressure ng can, malakas, you can go a bit further. Iba naman medyo mahina, especially pag, you have to be aware, pag medyo pabawas na yung paint, pahina na yung pressure. Again, this is something you have to learn on your own. Kailangan makabisado nyo yung can, kailangan mapracticean ninyo. Yung sweet spot na hinahanap ko, regardless of distance, is something that I can smoothen out on the second and third pass. Pag masyado kang malapit, yes, maganda at smooth na siya, pero they have a chance na dahil makapal yung paint, dahil malapit ka nga, magra-run siya. Pag masyado ka naman malayo, maganda rin yung kapit nun, pantay, pero magaspang naman yung feel. Tapos, diba, later on, lilihain mo na naman. I guess for your first coat, pwede din siya. But for me, I will start a bit further out and then come in closer until I find that sweet spot na smooth yung paint at hindi siya nagra-run. And another thing, the speed of which, if you're passing it through slow, magra-run yan kasi nagko-collect yung paint dyan kagad ng matagal kasi binababad mo eh. So, hanapin mo rin yung sweet spot based on the pressure kung gaano kabilis. Usually ganyan yan eh. Because of its shape, I'm gonna go this way, pababa. So yan lang. That's all I want to do for now. This is what I was talking about. Sabi ko, di ba kanina, don't spend too much time trying to sand things smoothen out. Kasi dito nyo, pag nabugahan nyo na, dyan nyo makikita yung rough spots. I won't bother with that anymore. Kasi nasa ilalim naman kagad. So I'm gonna turn it over. And now, work on our top part of the fender. Again, we will now do the can shake. Let's do it. I'm gonna focus first on where there's a lot of putty. As you can see, this is where the rough parts are. Yan ang kailangan ko lihain. Nakikita ko na dahil labugan na ng pintura. I can also see some sand marks over here. So these are the parts that I gotta work on. So maganda sa Pioneer, yung mga clear spots sa ilalim, nagsilbi din siyang parang putty. Kayang-kaya yan lihain. I just gotta smoothen that part out. So remember this is gonna be really smooth later on kasi now, nakafocus na ako, nakikita ko na kung anong gusto kong gawin. So at this point, we gotta dry this out about half an hour to an hour. So do something productive. Alam ko na, isang pampagana. Yamaha Aerox 22. Bagong Yamaha Aerox. Pioneer Adhesives. Pioneer Adhesives. Sana manalo ka. Sana manalo ka. Yamaha Aerox. Pioneer Adhesives. Okay, looks to be dry already. So we're gonna be sanding that down. So I don't know if you can see in the camera, there are mga rough spots there. Pag 1,000 gamit ko and nag-wet sand tayo, mag-aang na lang ako pumanan, hindi na ako masyadong magiging. Really, I just want to smooth it out. Just patong lang and then liha. Importante, pag nasalat na ninyo, smooth na siya. And visually, pag nakita nyo siya, smooth na siya. Especially pag pinansagan nyo ng tubig, you can see the highlights na, diba? Pagbasa, so iha lang, pa. But this is what I mean, mas napabilis yung trabaho ko dahil mas mabilis ko nakikita na nagsusmoothen out na yung fender natin. Now, since I'm doing this light and since I'm doing 1,000, hindi ko na masyadong ginagawa yung one direction. I'm doing it light, so I'm doing a back and forth motion, and for me okay lang na ganun siya. Again, this is getting smooth already. So, konting tiyaga pa. As you notice, it's faster now as compared to kanina. Okay. So, this is gonna be my final coats. Pansinin nyo, I'm still in the shade. May maaraw tayo dito. That's the shade. I will still choose to paint in the shade. Tapos, pag drying time, babad na tayo sa araw. So, I'm happy to show you. There's our end result with the epoxy paint. Not a bad job. Oh, may langgam pang. Sorry, may natrap na langgam. Ulong natin. The ants go marching one by one. Hurrah, hurrah. Sorry about that. As you can see, sa part na saan ako nagtyaga magliha ng putty natin and the cracks, you can't see it anymore. Let's put it out in the sun. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Tapos sa ilalim, it's still wet. You see that? The braces are all there. Not as smooth as what we have on top. So that's what it is. Okay, so while that thing's drying up, I would like to thank you for watching McAyos episode 2. And alam ko, iniisip niyo, paano na yung papalanunan yung bagong Aerox 2021? Well, kung napanood niyo episode 1, well, I hope napanood niyo episode 1. And if you're watching this right now, obviously napanood niyo episode 2. May mga clues here and there. And identifying these clues, yan po ang ating paraan kung paano tayo mananalo ng bagong Yamaha Aerox 2021. So, it's gonna be a journey as we go through this series. Sa episode 3 naman, meron tayong ayusin na bago. Again, thank you so much Pioneer Adhesives for doing this show. I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's something that I really like doing. And I hope may natutunan kayo kahit konti. Maraming salamat. I'll see you guys in episode 3. This is Zach for McAyos. Ciao!
Pwede bang mauli?